Unlike addition and subtraction, for multiplication, any terms can be multiplied by multiplying the coefficients and by adding the exponents of the like variables. So let's say we were multiplying the monomial 7x to the 4th y squared times the binomial negative 2x cubed y to the 6th plus 5y squared z. You multiply the first polynomial, 7x to the 4th y squared, times the first term in the second polynomial, giving us 7 times negative 2, which is negative 14. X to the 4th times x to the 3rd is equal to x to the 4 plus 3, which gives us x to the 7th. And y to the 2nd times y to the 6th equals y to the 2 plus 6, which is y to the 8th. And now you'll want to distribute the term on the outside to the second term on the inside, giving you 7 times 5, which is 35. X to the 4th. There are no x's in this term, so we still have x to the 4th. Y to the 2nd times y to the 2nd equals y to the 2 plus 2, which is 4. And in this term we have z. This one we don't, so we keep our z. So the product would be negative 14 x to the 7th, y to the 8th, plus 35 x to the 4th, y to the 4th z. So if you have a monomial times a polynomial, you multiply the monomial times each term in the polynomial. Similarly, when multiplying two polynomials, both of which have 2 or more terms, multiply each term in the first polynomial times each term in the second polynomial. So for example, if we had a plus b plus c times d plus e plus f, you're going to take each term in the first polynomial and multiply it times each term in the second polynomial. So we'll take our first term a and multiply it times all 3 terms in here, giving us a times d, which is ad, a times e, which is ae, and a times f, which is af. So now that we've multiplied this term times all 3 of these terms, you then go to the next term in this polynomial and repeat the same process. So you're going to multiply it times all 3 terms again, giving us b times d, which is bd, b times e, which is be, b times f, which is bf. So now we've multiplied this term times all 3. So now we want to multiply the next term in our first polynomial, c, times all 3 terms, giving us c times d, which is cd, c times e, which is ce, and c times f, which is cf. So this would be our final answer. But again, regardless of how many terms are in each polynomial, you're going to multiply each term in the first polynomial times each term in the second polynomial. Let's have a look at another example. Let's say you were asked to find the product of 2x minus y times negative 4x plus 3y. You're going to go to the first term in the first polynomial and multiply it times each term in the second polynomial. And then you'll go to the second term in the first polynomial and multiply it times each term in the second polynomial. So step 1, multiply each term in the first polynomial times each term in the second polynomial, giving us 2x times negative 4x, which is negative 8x squared. Then we do 2x times 3y, which would give us 6xy. Then we go to the next term, negative y, and multiply it times negative 4x, which would be positive 4xy. And then we have negative y times positive 3y, which gives us negative 3y squared. So after we've multiplied each term in the first polynomial times each term in the second polynomial, we get negative 8x squared plus 6xy plus 4xy minus 3y squared. And the second step, combine the like terms. So we have 6xy plus 4xy, which would give us 10xy. And the first term has a degree of 2. The second term has a degree of 2. And the third term has a degree of 2. So the answer is in standard form. So the product of 2x minus y times negative 4x plus 3y is equal to negative 8x squared plus 10xy minus 3y squared. And that is how we go about multiplying polynomials. Let's now have you try a few practice questions. Question number 1. Find the product of 6x squared y times negative 2x to the fourth plus 5xy squared. Question number 2. Find the product of 8xy plus 2x times negative 3xy minus 5xz. And question number 3. Find the product of 4x plus z times x squared minus x plus 1. Pause the video, answer these questions, and then press play when you are ready to begin. Question number 1. We're asked to find the product of 6x squared y times negative 2x to the fourth plus 5xy squared. So step 1, multiply each term in the first polynomial times each term in the second polynomial. Our first polynomial is a monomial 6x squared y, so we'll distribute this term to both of these terms in here, giving us 6 times negative 2, which is negative 12. X to the second times x to the fourth is equal to x to the 4 plus 2, which is x to the sixth. And we have y times nothing, so we just have y. And then we multiply our monomial times 5xy squared. 6 times 5 is 30. X squared times x is x to the 2 plus 1, which is 3. And y times y squared is y to the 1 plus 2, which is y to the 3. Our final answer is negative 12 x to the 6th y plus 30 x cubed y cubed. And this is in standard form already, since this term has a degree of 6 and this term has a degree of 7. Question number 2. We're asked to find the product of 8xy plus 2x times negative 3xy minus 5xz. So step 1, multiply each term in the first polynomial times each term in the second polynomial, giving us 8xy times negative 3xy, which would be negative 24 x squared y squared. Then we multiply this term times the second term, giving us 8 times negative 5, which is negative 40. X times x is x squared. Y times nothing is y. And z times nothing is z. And now we'll take 2x and multiply it times both terms, giving us 2x times negative 3xy, which is negative 6x squared y. And then we multiply 2x times negative 5xz, giving us negative 10x squared z. And since none of these are like terms, and it's already in standard form, degree of 3, degree of 3, degree of 4, and degree of 4, then the final answer is negative 24 x squared y squared minus 40 x squared yz minus 6x squared y minus 10x squared z. In question number 3, we're asked to find the product of 4x plus 7 times x squared minus x plus 1. So step 1, multiply each term in the first polynomial times each term in the second polynomial. So 4x times x squared is 4x cubed. 4x times negative x is negative 4x squared. And 4x times 1 is equal to 4x. And now we go to the next term in the first polynomial. It will multiply it times all three terms in the second polynomial, giving us 7 times x squared, which is 7x squared. 7 times negative x is negative 7x. And 7 times 1 is equal to 7. And now that we've multiplied all the terms, we can combine the like terms. So we have 4x cubed, negative 4x squared plus 7x squared gives us negative 4 plus 7, which is positive 3x squared. 4x minus 7x is negative 3x plus 7. So the product of 4x plus 7 times x squared minus x plus 1 is equal to 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 3x plus 7. And this is in standard form.